Subway sandwich spokesman Jared Fogle. We told you about this one earlier, and now here's a look at what you are saying over on our Facebook page. Take a look at some of the comments here. We'll start off with Todd tonight, who says, it's the country's fault for making this loser the celebrity he is. He was famous for being regular. Of course, these allegations are far worse. And Anthony weighing in, saying the former head of his foundation was found with child porn, so they are investigating his computers to make sure he wasn't in on it too. There is no proof that he is guilty of anything. As always, join the conversation with us at facebook.com/PIX11News. Like to hear what you have to say about these stories of the day. Well, joining us tonight to talk more about this is social media and branding expert Peter Shankman, because there is a lot to talk about. Just got the news that Subway has basically cut ties now. You called this one, though, saying this was going to happen, right?
Unfortunately, look, we are a country who forgives a lot of things. Drive drunk, we'll forgive you, go to rehab. Do drugs, we'll forgive you, go to rehab. Steal things, Lindsay Lohan.
Sex scandals.
The thing we do not forgive is child pornography. And it's the concept of where there's smoke, there's fire. You have someone who's been with the brand for 10 years. All of a sudden, this is a blow-up situation. Subway's only option was to cut ties. Even if he's not involved in the slightest, the word child pornography cannot be associated with a brand such as Subway.
I mean, Jared, the name Jared, you don't even need his last name.
Exactly.
And I don't even know if we knew it until today.
But he was a South Park episode, for God's sake.
Right. He is Subway. Do you think they would ever consider bringing him back after that? That is it.
This is it. You don't bring someone like that. Again, even if he's not, this is a Gary Condon situation. How many people remember that Gary Condon was actually not found guilty? He had nothing to do with the Chandra Levy death, but all we think of when we hear Gary Condon is that.
Is there anything that he can do? I mean, I guess
the best thing he could do right now is to go away for a while. The one saving grace in his claim is that we are a nation of a very short attention span.
Thank goodness.
And something else will blow up, something else will happen to Bill Cosby or something like that, and we'll forget about it. But it's going to take some time.
Subway's, as always, a lot of is just real ill-humored jokes out there on social media that those don't go away so fast. But what can the chain do at this point to combat those?
Well, the first thing they did really was to separate themselves. This is going to hurt for a couple of days. I guarantee you the crisis management people are not sleeping tonight. It's going to hurt for a couple of days, but again, something else will come up that will take some of the heat off them. If the best thing they could do right now is start interviewing advertising agencies to completely rebrand themselves. Here's our new ad campaign. It has a celebrity who's wholesome and great. Let them go from there. That will take a lot of the pressure off. It's going to take some time, but that's the best thing they can do right now.
And forthcoming all the time. I see more and more companies seem to be learning.
It took 8 hours. 8 hours from the time the house was invaded, and the house was raided until the time that they let them go. That's a microcosm in advertising. It took 5 seconds.
Let's change gears for a second, because we talked about this yesterday. Starbucks changing its prices, charging 5 to 20 cents more depending on if you're getting a tall or whatever drink. Not a big difference, but I guess they needed one.
Well, it's interesting because the price of coffee is actually going down. It's the I call it the airline model, in the respect that fuel prices have gone down for years, yet ticket prices have not. There's always some surcharge, there's always this, there's always that. They will do it simply because the market will bear it. Think about it. Can you survive without your double, triple, misto, soy, cappuccino, latte, whatever it is you get?
Speaking of, where is it? You didn't bring it.
So as long as the market will support that, they'll keep raising the prices.
I got to tell you, because I feel like every so often we're saying Starbucks is raising the prices and this one, that one, they just kind of slide it in.
As you do that, and then go next door and get your whatever it is you're ordering.
Then you go next door and get the grande. As always, thank you so much for being here, Peter Shankman. Good to see you, and I guess we'll certainly keep an eye on the Subway situation and Starbucks too. All right, Heidi, we'll send it over to you.